My beloved soul, you are about to discover a truth that could change everything. I see you standing at a crossroads. Your heart is heavy with the weight of a decision, and your mind is a whirlwind of possibilities, fears, and what-ifs. You analyze every option, weigh the pros and cons, seek advice, and yet clarity seems to slip through your fingers. The pressure to make the right choice keeps you awake at night, stealing your peace. You fear taking the wrong path, missing an opportunity, or regretting your choice. And this anxiety, my daughter, has been your only guide. Today, I come to offer you a different compass. I come to ask you, before you take your next step, before you commit to any path, to stop and listen. What I am about to unveil to you next can transform your life, because it is not about giving you the answer to your decision. It is about teaching you a new way to decide, a way not born of anxiety but of peace, a way not based on your limited understanding, but on my infinite wisdom. You have been trying to find the right path. I came to show you that the secret is not finding the path, but walking with the guide. And when you walk with the guide, all paths become the right path, because my presence has the power to redeem any choice and straighten any path. Before continuing the message, write this word of faith in the comments. I receive divine guidance in every decision I make. By doing this, you are declaring your willingness to drop the map of fear and take my hand, the hand of the guide who will never lose you. Now, continuing the message, I invite you to breathe deeply. Release the pressure to get it right. Your biggest decision today is not about your future, but about how you choose to walk toward it, with anxiety as your companion, or with me, my precious soul. Let us unmask the first thief of your peace in decision-making, the illusion of the perfect choice. You believe there is only one perfect path, and any other is a catastrophic mistake. This belief paralyzes you. It puts you in a state of analysis, paralysis, and fear, because the burden of finding that single needle in the haystack is too great. I want you to understand the depth of my grace. My plan for your life is not a tightrope walk where one false step throws you into the abyss. My plan is a vast green field, and I am your shepherd. Even if you take a path that seems like a detour, I have 1,000 ways to gently lead you back to the center of my purpose. Your wrong choice is not stronger than my power of redemption. Your failure of judgment is no match for my sovereign wisdom. Your peace will not come from finding the perfect path, but from trusting the perfect shepherd, who is able to turn even your detours into part of the journey. I honor a heart that seeks to please me. If you, with a sincere heart, make a decision seeking my will, even if that decision is not the ideal one, I will honor it. I will work through it. I will use it for your good and my glory. The pressure is not on you to hit the bullseye perfectly. It is on you to shoot your arrow in my direction. I take care of adjusting the trajectory in mid-air. Your peace is not in the certainty of your choice, but in the certainty of my character. The character of a father who does not set traps for his children, but prepares paths of grace. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, I trust the Lord. By doing this, you are renouncing the tyranny of the perfect choice and embracing the freedom of trusting the perfect shepherd. It is your declaration that your safety is not in your steps, but in my hand holding you. If this message touched your heart and you wish to support this mission, click on Super Thanks and help spread words of light, encouragement, and inspiration to many lives. Continuing, let go of the need to be 100% certain. Faith, by definition, is a step into the unknown, and the beauty of your walk with me is not the absence of risk, but the certainty of my company amidst it. My blessed soul, if your decision should not be based on the fear of making a mistake, what should it be based on? What is my compass for you? My compass is not a detailed map. It is an inner feeling. It is my peace. I am the Prince of Peace, and where I govern, peace reigns. My will for your life will never be a path of anxiety, agitation, or confusion. Even if the path is challenging, if it is mine, it will be accompanied by an inexplicable peace in your spirit. This is your key to discernment. Faced with your options, do not just ask, which is the most logical? Which is the safest? Which one do others approve? The most important question you should ask yourself is, which one brings me God's peace? Present each option to me in prayer, and then quiet yourself. Observe. The option aligned with my purpose for you will begin to resonate in your spirit with a serene calm. It may not make sense to your mind. It may even be the option that scares you the most. But beneath the fear, there will be an undercurrent of peace, a quiet certainty that says, this is the way. On the other hand, the option that is not mine, even if it looks like the golden opportunity, even if everyone applauds it, will cause you a subtle discomfort, a restlessness in your spirit. It is like a shoe that is beautiful but tight. Do not ignore this sign. This lack of peace is my loving no, my red flag, my alert that there is something on this path not for you. I, your God, am sending you a special sign. The sign you wait for so much is in this verse, Colossians 3:15, which says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts." My peace is not just a pleasant feeling. It is your umpire, your judge, blowing the whistle and validating the correct decision. Write in the comments, "I receive this message and am blessed," and send love and protection to the person you love, declaring that God's peace will also be the judge in her heart. If this message touched your heart, show your support with a super thanks and help spread this message of light. And before we move on, let me lead you to something I prepared to further strengthen your faith. If you feel you need inner healing, spiritual reconnection, purpose, and prosperity aligned with my heart, there is a 31-day path waiting for you. Each day of this walk was created for me to speak to you in a deeper and more personal way. If you wish to follow this road, the link is in the description and the first pinned comment. Now, let us continue the message. If you are not subscribed to the channel, do it now. By subscribing, you will receive a constant flow of my word, which feeds your peace. Learn to trust my peace above your own logic. It is my fingerprint on a decision. Follow peace, and you will be following me. My beloved soul, to hear the voice of my peace clearly, you must first lower the volume of the other voices screaming in your mind, and the loudest voices are those of your past pain and guilt. Your heart, wounded by wrong past decisions, yours or others, is afraid, and fear generates static that makes it almost impossible to discern my peace. Your experience of a past betrayal may make you fear a new relationship, even if my peace is upon it. Your memory of a financial failure may make you reject an investment opportunity I am giving you. Your past is contaminating your present decisions. The cure for this is forgiveness. Forgiveness is your act of clearing the cache of your soul, deleting corrupted files so the system can operate clearly. You need to forgive those whose mistakes taught you to fear trusting. Release them. Their story with you has ended. Do not allow their ghost to continue haunting your decision room. And you need, urgently, to forgive yourself. You punish yourself for your past mistakes. And this self-condemnation keeps you in a state of paralysis, afraid to make any new decisions so as not to err again. My daughter, hear my truth. Your past mistakes were not the end of your story. They were your education. They gave you the wisdom and humility you have today. I have already redeemed them. Now you need to accept that redemption. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you would like to forgive. Visualize each of them, send love, and say, "I forgive you and set you free. Peace be with you." Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. By doing this, you are silencing the voices of the past. You are creating the inner space of silence where the gentle voice of my peace can finally be heard clearly. You cannot make a wise decision for your future if your heart is still in a noisy debate with your past. Make peace with your history today, and from this peace, your clarity for the future will emerge. My precious soul, with your compass of peace now calibrated and your heart cleaned by the grace of forgiveness, I want to give you a practical strategy for your big decisions. It is the strategy of obedience in the little things. Often, you are paralyzed before the big decision because it seems overwhelming, and you expect me to give you the complete answer, the map from A to Z all at once. But I rarely operate like that. I operate step by step. Your clarity for tomorrow's big decision will come from your obedience to today's small instruction. What is today's small instruction? It is the little nudge of my spirit you may have ignored in your haste. It is the impulse to call that friend and ask for forgiveness. It is the instruction to start organizing your finances, even if the big provision hasn't arrived yet. It is the direction to rest, to take a day off, even when your to-do list seems endless. These small acts of obedience, which seem unrelated to your big decision, are actually the keys unlocking it. They are your faith training. They are you proving to me and to yourself that you are trustworthy with little. And my promise is that one who is faithful with little will be put in charge of much. Your great clarity is hidden in your small obedience. Instead of sitting paralyzed, waiting for the big revelation, start moving in the small light you already have. Ask me, Father, what is the one thing you want me to do today, right now, in obedience to you? And then do it, without procrastinating, without questioning. This small yes to my whisper today is what will open your ears to hear my direction for your big yes tomorrow. Your life of faith is not built on giant leaps, but on a succession of small, obedient steps. Start taking those steps, and you will be surprised at how quickly your path will become clear before you. My blessed soul. And what about those times when you follow peace, obey the next step, and yet the door in front of you closes? Your decision leads you to an apparent dead end. This is where your faith reaches its deepest level. A closed door, after a decision made in faith, is not a sign you made a mistake. It is a sign of my sovereign and loving redirection. The closed door is one of my clearest and most powerful guidance tools. I see what you do not see. I know what is on the other side of that door, and if I close it, it is always for one of two reasons: for your protection or for your promotion. For your protection, because that path, which seemed so promising, would lead you to pain or a detour you were not prepared to face. The no you hear is, my love protecting you. For your promotion, because the good door that closed was what was preventing you from seeking and finding the excellent door I have for you a little further ahead. I close the doors of your comfort zone to force you to grow, to explore, to discover new territories of your faith and purpose. Therefore, do not curse the closed door. Bless it. Thank me for it. Say, Father, I do not understand, but I trust that this closed door is your hand guiding me to something better. This attitude transforms your frustration into worship, and it positions you to see the new door I am already opening. Share this video with 2 dear people who need this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer of faith and hope. A simple, Lord, thank you for the doors you close and the ones you open, is a prayer of maturity, aligning your heart with my sovereignty. Your peace in decision-making should not be based on the guarantee that all doors will open, but on the certainty that even the ones closing are under my control and cooperate for your good. My precious soul, your new way of making decisions, based on peace and trust, will have an impact transforming not only your life but the lives of those you love. You will become the anchor of peace in your family. In times of crisis, when everyone is panicking, your calm, born of your trust in me, will be their safe harbor. They will look to you and find stability. Your refusal to despair will give them the strength to trust as well. Your peace will not be passive. It will be a contagious force changing the atmosphere of your home. You will become a wise counselor. Your friends, your colleagues will come to you with their dilemmas, not because you have all the answers, but because they know you have the source of all answers. And you will not give them your opinion, but guide them in the process of finding my peace in their own hearts. You will teach them to fish instead of just giving them the fish. And your legacy will be that of a woman who not only made good decisions, but taught others to do the same. Your life will become a testimony to the power of a spirit-led life. Your story will no longer be one of anxiety and effort, but of grace and flow. And this story will inspire others to seek this better way too. What begins today as a decision to change how you decide will become your greatest contribution to my kingdom. I am transforming you from an anxious seeker into a source of serene wisdom. And there is nothing the world needs more than that. My beloved soul, we have reached the end of our instruction time and the beginning of your new life of clarity and peace. Your crossroads is no longer a place of torment, but a place of sacred encounter with me. Together, we unmask the tyranny of the perfect choice and embrace the freedom of trusting the shepherd. You received your infallible compass, my peace. We cleared the ground of your heart with forgiveness, and you understood the strategy of obedience in the little things and the redemptive purpose of closed doors. Now, your next decision is no longer a threat, but an invitation to practice everything you learned. For my part, I promise you, I will be faithful in giving you direction. I will be faithful in speaking to your heart through my peace. I will be faithful in redeeming your choices and straightening your paths. I will never let you make a decision alone again. Our partnership starts now. Your part, my daughter, is simply to pause. It is refusing to make decisions from a place of fear or pressure. It is honoring my peace as your final arbiter. It is trusting the process. Leave this meeting and look at your crossroads with new eyes, not with the dread of one who might fail, but with the joyful expectation of one about to discover the next step of her great adventure with me. The pressure is over. The partnership has begun. Go in peace and decide in peace. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "God's peace is my compass." Your words strengthen your faith and also light the path for other people who need this light. Share your experiences in the comments. And before we close, I need to lead you to something I prepared especially for you. I have seen your search for inner healing, spiritual reconnection, a new purpose and prosperity that comes from my hands. None of this is by chance. When your heart cries out, I open ways. Therefore, through this channel, I have placed before you a guided walk of 31 days, a process where daily I can speak with more depth to your spirit. This is not just an ebook. It is a path of restoration, alignment, and growth, created to strengthen your faith, renew your hope, and open doors you never imagined. If you feel this call, access the link I left in the description and also in the first pinned comment of this video. Start this walk of healing, reconnection, purpose, and prosperity today. I will be with you on every page, guiding your steps and lighting your path. If this message touched your heart, like this video and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving my word. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.